Hello, everyone. Okay, so welcome to tonight's forum. And tonight we will look at the AI power quality management for the future of excellence. So I think quality management have been one of the key area for every business, and we hope that we are able to demonstrate to you how can we apply AI in this very important area. Okay, so let's start now. Okay, so tonight we will look at the quality management. First, we will look at the importance of the quality management, and then after that, then we also will explore the history, okay, of the quality management, explore the key principles or methodology, and of course, we look at some of the example and a few challenge and future direction, right? Yeah. So, okay, so if you look at the quality management, it started long time ago, right? It's early 20th century quality management. So at that time, the goal is to produce the product. So entrepreneurs believe that as long as they can produce the product, or especially mass production, so then the demand is there, right? Yeah. So the quality assurance by the post-production inspection. So after you produce a product, so at that time they will have a QC. They look at all the products, right? So this the quality assure after the product being made. Then the reactive quality process, if they identify any problem, so they will reject. But unfortunately, the goods already produced. So Frederick Taylor's at that time he introduced a scientific management, and they emphasized the efficiency and the systematic work process. That is an early stage. Okay, yeah. Hold on. Okay, let me share again. Yeah, so I think somehow they were okay. Good. Okay, yeah. So some reason that it just jumped, right? So we just go back. Right. Okay. So if we look at this, then after that, we will look at the statistical quality control. So we call SQC. Right. SQC is the statistical quality control. Actually, is back to 1920, many years ago. Right. So they introduced the control chart and allow real-time monitoring of production process. Right. But it's very proactive quality control. So once you identify any variation, defect, then they will bring in the quality control, right? Yeah. So then after the World War II, then they rebuilt the whole entire process and acquire high quality product with limited resources. Because after the World War II, we understand, right, a lot of resources being limited. So Japanese industry have moved very fast and they adopt and refine quality management. This is why at that era, Japan is leading the world in terms of the quality management. In fact, in 1980, they already started the total quality management we call TQM, started in 1980. The point is, it's not just factory, the operation person involved in quality control, and actually they believe everyone, all the employee should involve in the quality process, and they integrate the quality in every aspect in the organization, right? Yeah. So we all very famous Kaizen, right? So Kaizen is 改善 okay? Yeah, in 华语, 普通话. So that is the continuous improvement. And this lean manufacturing also concept come up. They're focusing on eliminating the wastage. So the digital age modern technology, in fact, it have been introduced together with the advancement of technology. So IT come in, the data analytics automation came in and improved the whole entire modern. Okay, so of course, the modern is talking about at that time, right? But today, of course, modern will be very much on AI driven or robotic driven concept. So there is a lot of integration system of the system, the ERP, enterprise resource planning, the CRM, customer relationship management. So all of them is part of the software process. It's completely changed from reactive quality control to dynamic integrated approach as well. And now we're focusing very much on customer also, right? So we call customer focus. It's not just focusing on the product. So we understand the need, the customer need expectation, and hopefully we can align the process to meet customer demands. We need to continue to collect the feedback, the data on the customer, analyzing the customer statistic data, and we want to have improvement, right? So that we put the customer at the center stage. So if you look at the leadership, then we have 5 process. The first is we must set very clear goal, expectation. Then we need to, the top management need to provide necessary resources, empower the employer, train them if they're not ready, or you hire more skillful workers. And then you do a modeling, right? So the leader need to demonstrate commitment to quality. If the management, the board, right, the key management, they don't care about the quality, and no one will care, right? So they really need to demonstrate to be a role model. At the end of the day, they need to set up a shared responsibility environment. If anything go in problem, everyone is involved on that. So we need engage the people. This is what we call responsibility of quality. Is everyone's responsibility. It's very important to engage the whole entire workforce to uphold the standard. Training and communication is very important. End of the day, it's not only one person job, it's a collaborative teamwork. Then they also look at the process. So understanding the management, all the interrelated process, and then they map up. You cannot anyhow to execute the process. You must standardize the process. Everyone follow the process. Of course, you need to keep on improving, measure whether the process is still relevant. So at the end of the day, integration of technology and data analysis is very important. So we look at the overall view, the system view, right? So we call systematic improvement. So it's an ongoing journey, right? Quality management is ongoing journey. And then it's really is continuous improvement. This is why we have this very famous plan, do, check, act, PDCA cycle. Right? So you plan first, after you do it, you check whether it's any problem. After that, if any problem, and then you react. Right? So plan, do, check is very important. Even today, we're still practicing that. We need to have a regular review and assessment. Why? Because we believe the environment will change, right? And then we need to keep on improving, and we need to implement changes. So there is an ongoing iterative process. So, and also we base on the fact for make decision. We don't base our 6th sense. So we look at that, then we collect all the data in the quality management, and we make an improvement concept effort. So there's a couple of ways we can collect the data about whether our system is relevant. Of course, we can collect the data, okay, based on statistical, process control, the customer survey, and then in the whole performance, we can set up the KPI, right? Key performance indicator. So why we need to have this fact-based decision? Because we want to minimize the error and also make sure that everything can be measurable. Very important, we must have a very good supplier relationship also, right? It's critical for maintaining the quality standard, and we need to enhance our mutual benefit. It's not you win, I lose, right? No, it's a win-win situation. And then it's why the effective communication is very important and is a really key to success. So if we want to conclude what is this TQM, the quality, the total quality management, right? So first is the customer-centric. Is a customer-centric, right? Yeah. So we need to make sure that everyone understands the process, and employee must involve. Don't just get the operation manager or the key manager to involve. Everyone must involve. It's ongoing just now we mentioned about PDCA, plan, do, check, act, process-oriented. Of course, end of the day, we need to have integrated system so that we have holistic approach for the whole area. The Motorola have invented a very famous quality management system. It's called Six Sigma, right? So we have DMAIC, and when we're using AI, actually AI also going through the same process, right? So we need to define the goal, and we need to define, then after that, we define the process, measure the process, analyze the process, improve, and they control, right? So we need to build a framework so that everyone can follow and so that we can have this ongoing process improvement. If you look at the statistical tools, there's a hypothesis testing, and then we can use the very famous regressive analysis. Then even we need to set up a laboratory, the lab, right? Experiments. Focus on any process that gone wrong, any product have caused problem, right? So then in this case, we need to improve the team from various departments. And Japan is very famous in lean management because they believe that if they get able to cut down the wastage, focus on the value, and then the whole production will be able to reach an excellent level, right? So they analyze the flow of material and information, and they identify the wastage. Then they streamline the whole process. We call value stream mapping, very famous Japanese model. You look at the flow, make sure it's smooth process, avoid any downtime. And of course, we mentioned that we must base on the customer demand, ongoing process. Of course, it comes to this ISO standard, right? So when many years ago, if you are doing the manufacturing, you are handling a big customer, you need to have the ISO certification. So there's an ISO model, right? Then it's a ISO International Standard Organization, right? So they will be looking at the all the enhance the credibility by look at the certification, and they improve the market reputation. The reason why standardization is very important because you are able to establish very clear procedure. Sometimes we call SOP, right? Standard operation procedure. And it helps organization to meet the legal and regulatory requirement, right? Of course, end of the day, we hope that the customer is happy. So if you look at the tools and technique we use, all these statistical process control chart statistic method, right? The monitoring, all these method is using for do a statistic monitoring system. And then we also, when a company a problem, we want to identify the origin of the quality issue, where the problem, what's the root problem, right? Then we are using the 5 whys model or fishbone diagram, right? Some of you may be familiar with that. Then we look at the failure, and also sometimes we do a effect analysis. And when we map out the whole process in a map and flow chart, end of the day, we compare with other organizations, other departments, we do comparison. This is what we call benchmarking. Every industry, they are benchmarking. If we talk about association will collate all the quality management system, and then they will share the benchmarking, right? So if we look at the manufacturing, yes, they have applied a lot of quality management. They have comprehensive quality management system, TQM, Six Sigma, Lean principle across the whole factory. They focus on reducing defect, and then at the same time, with the improvement effort you put in, actually you can reduce, okay, the downtime, right? So in fact, a lot of surveys show that if you have done the whole end process, you can reduce the downtime by 20%. And that's very good. It enhances the operation efficiency across different teams by using the Six Sigma. And your benefit is lower cost, increase the customer satisfaction, right? How about healthcare? Yes, healthcare, a lot of hospital, healthcare provider, they follow ISO 9001. And they ensure the patient safety and, of course, the efficient, effective service delivery. Integrate the lean management that I mentioned, and using mapping and identify the waste. Of course, end of the day, we hope that we're able to have ongoing fact-based decision. The F&B industry, right? Food and beverage industry, using, of course, to handle the safety of the food, they must follow standard, very strict, right? So they need to make sure that they reach the international food safety standard, and also the supplier also make sure that they are also following the quality. So safety is very important in the food industry. So ISO is a general or very popular implementation of quality system. How about technology, right? Yeah, technology, electronic, yes. We identify the quality, especially the semiconductor, right? You see the chip, individual chip may not be expensive, right? The CPU or the chipset, but we are talking about million of chipset being produced day by day. So you need to make sure that they are using a very advanced statistic process, incorporating automation and do an early detection. End of the day, we call product yield. What is a yield, right? You mean that you make 100 of them, how many of them fail, right? So you want to reduce the failure. So the yield is high. It means that the good compared with good item compared with the item you produce, right? You want to have as many as possible. Okay, as many as good product, of course. The data quality and integration, right? So the foundation of the effective quality management, we hope that we can achieve the high quality data, and then data must be get across different departments, right? You need to share all the information. End of the day, you don't want to have poor data quality, because it's no point for you to put in all the process, but the data you collect is no good, right? So otherwise, it will lead to inaccurate analysis. The result is you make a wrong decision. We always mention that human is a big problem behind the quality management. So it's a culture shift in the organization, especially you go to different country, right? You may encounter the resistance from employee and management when you make changes. You need to overcome the resistance. That is not easy. Before you implement, you must have your leadership skill must be good, and you don't confuse your team, and you have clear communication. And sometimes you need to implement training so that you demonstrate, yes, it's worth doing. Then we have new result. The costing can be expensive when we implement the quality management, because significant upfront investment, the technology training, and you need to redesign the whole process. Expensive. So for many small, medium enterprise, they have a challenge because the cost may be a killing factor. Also, they because of that, right? They really will ask you, what is the return of investment? Demonstrate to them, right? If you're the consultants. End of the day, of course, got balance. We need a balance between the cost factor and the benefit. And how can we maintain consistency? In fact, today, if you consume the quality, even you go to e-commerce, right? To buy thing, actually the quality is getting better. I still remember if we started 20 years ago, right? It's all your luck. When you receive the item from all the online platform, right? It's sometimes don't even have a return policy. But with the return policy refund, right? It forces everyone to improve the quality. Right. Yeah. So consistency is very important. And of course, you might have a standardized, uniform manufacturing process across all the area. And what is the solution for consistency? Standardization and ongoing monitoring. That is a secret behind. So, as I mentioned, nowadays, when you export the goods or produce a good, you need to make sure that you meet the regulatory requirement, right? So then you need to make sure that the compliance must be practiced, and of course you need to have the manufacturing facility, right? So if your regulation change, because today we know that country like American, they may change a lot of requirement, right? So in this case, we need to maintain a very good system with the flexibility. It's flexible enough, and then you need to invest in quality management system, right? Robust system meeting internal benchmarking. You set the benchmark within your company. At the end of the day, you also meet the requirement. Just now we mentioned about ongoing improvement adaptation. Yes, very important, right? Attainability means that you are able to continuously improve. That will require you to have ongoing investment in training, upgrading the skill, bring in new technology, especially AI and robotics, and include the process evaluation. You need to keep on looking at the process. So sometimes we reach a certain standard, we feel comfortable. We got complacency, right? So yes, if you too take it easy, you thought that you are there already, there is a lot of risk. So other competitor maybe move faster than you, and competitor is more agile. When you say agile, it means that it's very flexible, right? They don't wait until the whole requirement ready and build the system. They have new requirement and then build the whole system at the same time, right? So this is why some of the market leader is responsive, very fast, okay, respond to the market change. I mean, like the today AI, right? Every day have new technology come out, right? Recently, you see this few 2 weeks, every day have new thing, right? So, as a AI solution provider, we really need to make sure that we follow the market change. So the digital transformation have been take place for many years. You make use of big data for immediate insight. Of course, cloud computing with the good storage access will be very important. So we want to do proactive quality management. We don't want to wait until the problem comes in, then we react. We want to react faster. We don't want to have the maintenance downtime, right? So we want to analyze so that we can predict when all these problems will come in, right? So that is what we call predictive maintenance. Then, of course, tonight we talk about the artificial intelligence and machine learning, right? So AI and ML, machine learning in quality management, is a new field. I know a lot of PhD research, a lot of startup is building the solution right now by integrating AI system, analyzing the massive data collected, and want to identify the pattern, the hidden pattern. And then after you do that, you can predict quality issue with high accuracy. So machine intelligence system can help us to do the ongoing improvement. So they can set up the algorithm so that we can improve the data. And of course, end of the day will lead to the better, smarter, and active system. Right? Yeah. So end of the day, we want to have good impact to efficiency and customer satisfaction. That's what we do. So how can we enhance integration with supply chain management? Okay, so we mentioned about supply chain management last month. So we want to do an end-to-end quality management, right? So you can extend the internal process operation. So it means that the best company is to able to link up the whole entire system with the supplier so that they're able to using the similar system cooperatively to execute the process. So then in this case, you can ensure quality standard from the raw material all the way until the finished product, right? Yeah, so it can able help us to manage risk, also improve the transparency. And so we want to focus on sustainability because we don't want to have the quality excellent just for a short while. We want to every day, we produce a good high quality goods. So it's very important for us to build this sustainable quality management, right? In fact, this increasing pressure for company and future quality system must be able to have good sustainability matrix, reduce the wastage, and responsible to all the resources we have. So how the AI can help us to improve or implement the customer-centric quality initiative? We know that customer at the core of quality management. Customer is the main thing, right? Yes, we can using the natural language processing, a different LLM model, or some of you building your own LLM model, right? So that we can have better understanding and respond to customer. And you can able to tailor, customize product and services to achieve high level of customer satisfaction. You go beyond the customization expectation. When you deliver a survey to them, they say, wow, I don't even expect that level. Right? So now the customer is not only you meet their requirement, you exceed, okay, more than just meet, okay, exceed the expectation. Give them a shocking experience. That is what we're going on. So we need to enhance, we want to drive improvement across all aspects of the quality management. So this is why we want to implement the agility, okay, agile process. Why? Because the whole business environment is changing all the time. It allows quick adaptation to a new market, right? And we want to build a modular system. And this is very important so that we do something like plug and play. Certain process is already outdated. So we take out the process and we plug in the new process. It's a modular system. Okay. And it's a cloud-based solution. So we're able to do a real-time update and provide the accessibility. And continuous getting feedback. The loop is very important. We allow ongoing improvement and then we listen to customer, right? So as a leader, you as a manager, what can you do? You need to make sure that all the resources are available for quality initiative. Don't just start halfway, right? When you started quality management, you must go all the way. Active involvement. You as a boss, you must actively involve in the whole process. And we call champion the quality. And you're the leader, you must promote importantly the quality to your staff. If they also see that you don't care about the quality and no one will follow you, right? So you must be a champion. And of course, everyone in company that you must set a KPI measurement so that, is accountability for everyone is accountable for maintaining quality system, right? So that's important. So sometimes process or procedure is one thing, but the best is build a culture of continuous improvement. So it become a norm, right? Everyone follow that. It's a part of you, part of the company. So you encourage employee engagement. Give them reward. For those have done well, give them reward, give them some token. And then you are able to make it part of the organization DNA, right? So this organization, people like to work there. Why? Because they got DNA. What is DNA? DNA is the continuous improvement. That's good. Training and development is very important. So we don't expect everyone is strong in this area, right? So you need a special building culture, right? So you need to empower the employee through training. What kind of training you can implement? We can have the quality tools, methodology training, data analytics, technique, and then you may have a best practice. Many organizations, they encourage the problem solving. So we have problem, then certain team member have solved the problem in a very, very smart way, and then put that in, become best practice, share with everyone, right? So build a robust system and make sure that its resilience and adaptability is high. Sometimes we may implement a cross-function team, right? We don't want one team doing exactly the same thing, right? We want to build the whole process, company into different process. So then in this case, it's good to involve members from different departments. That will have this diversity. Diversity is very important, so that you bring in different ideas in. Not everyone's thinking the same thing, right? What kind of departments should involve in the quality management, the production? QA, of course, QA is where they assure quality, research and development, customer services, and also, collaboration. So when we are looking at the quality performance, we need to make sure that we can track the number of defects per unit produced. Okay, so every item you produce, the item itself may have different defects, right? So first you measure the defect rates. Then you measure the feedback from the customer, see whether they like it, any complaint. And you monitor the whole process, make sure that they complete all the key process in the whole entire operation. And sometimes it's expensive. So what we want to do is we want to evaluate the cost associated so that we can prevent, detect, and correct defects. Supplier is important so that we can able to monitor the quality from the supplier. And we call a balanced scorecard. Many companies implement the balanced scorecard, right? It's a KPI, have a time frame, and then you see whether you can able to hit that. Of course, we need to have regular internal and external audit. Okay, so if we look at the best practice in the quality management, right? The proactive approach to the quality management, emphasizing the preventive overreaction. So that is what we want to do. We want to be more proactive. Make use of the technology so that we can do a predictive maintenance and real-time monitoring, and we can able to have the earlier detection. Open communication is very important, so we need to make sure that we have proper feedback channel internally and externally. And with the AI, IoT, Internet of Things and data analytics, right, that is a very, very useful tools so that we can help us to have clear roadmap, okay, towards the quality management and especially in the supply chain management. So we have listed down this intersection of quality management and your corporate strategy so that we can able to match together, right? So identify quality as a differentiator, right? So compare with other brand, your quality is good, reliable, then actually can help you to build a very good brand. Effective quality management, streamline the whole process, reduce the wastage, focus on continuous improvement. Of course, end of the day, we understand that every business has risk, right? So this is a risk mitigation, and we can standardize the process. End of the day, we can able to address any deviation as fast as possible. In fact, if we look at the global level, right? So we look at the three areas. Japan post-war economic miracle. In fact, why Japan after World War II, right? It becomes so powerful because they based on quality management, right? Yeah, and then go to Europe, and Europe emphasizing on the standardization and compliance. This is where they have started the ISO, and they Europe, especially like Germany, right? They have a very famous for reliability and precision. And then we go to North America, right? Quality management, they're driven by innovation and technology, right? So that is in history. Of course, this part now we all agree that Asia is become a world manufacturing powerhouse, right? The whole Asia. So I think Asia-driven innovation by technology like AI and robot, I think would be very interesting. So the future of quality management, it will integrate the data, the digital technology, and it's a cloud-based for real-time and a mobile application. You can use a mobile phone to manage a whole entire factory, right? So it can give you a better, faster decision-making. And I want to emphasize again about sustainability, right? So the high-quality product with the environment responsibility. So we should be not only your business is sustainable, okay? Environment, also you need to make sure that the earth is sustainable, right? So there's a lot of CSR, corporate social responsibility goal integrated. And sometimes you can through the big data to do a lot of personalization, customize the quality improvement for certain different kind of segment. And of course, end of the day, you need to make sure your product can be deliver safety, right? And then smoothly through the supply chain integration. So what kind of AI power for the quality management? That is the main topic today, right? So the AI already impact different industry. And if you look at the AI, actually can help us to streamline all the process, and they can give you a lot of data report. So we should explore AI role, and of course, we also look at the challenge. So the total quality management is we understand is relying on the human enterprise and manual inspection. That is a traditional way, right? And there's a couple of quality management have already invented Six Sigma, total quality, and ISO standard we have mentioned. But this kind of traditional measurement is they generate a lot of data, but it's not really useful, and we cannot make a decision based on this traditional method, right? So when we integrate AI in quality management, it will respond to modern challenge. It will have a better processing of the large data set, and then AI can help us to identify the pattern, predict the defect, and also can improve the data-driven decision making. Ultimately, we want to improve the quality and transform via the automation, especially robot with AI, right? So what kind of stages of the whole entire process? With the AI, okay, we can able to using computer vision for accurate inspection. So we don't need to hire so many manpower people, right, worker to using eyes to look at the defect, right? I think you can imagine that last time this whole production line have all the people look at that, turn around all the product and see which one have defect. Then by using the sensor and IoT, we can able to do real-time production line monitoring. Wow, that's very powerful. And we're able to predict equipment failure, okay, to reduce the downtime. And also once we integrate with AI, technology and technique can enable the whole entire transformation. For example, right, AI application, and in many industry, and of course, there's a challenge that we may face. So when we look at quality, now we all want to focus on customer. So it's the customer expectation is the most important now, right? So the AI power quality management, you can detect the issue, detect issue efficiency, and also we can able to do a proactive. AI can able to learn from massive of data. So end of the day, it will able to handle production line, customer feedback, and supply chain interaction. So we mentioned about real-time and analysis capability, right? Yes, it can address quality issue instantly, and we can minimize the potential impact. Why we mentioned about this predictive analytics is very important because we want to forecast future quality problem obstacle before it happens. So we keep on monitoring all the data. Then end of the day, we want to minimize the problem, mitigate risk. At the same time, we want to optimize, okay? Optimize the process. And of course, this across all the different industry, manufacturing, and healthcare, especially healthcare, right? Okay, so safety is very important. The quality is very critical. So when we're using the AI in quality management, they can help us to look at the monitoring all the process so that it can advise us for improvement and so that we can promote the operation excellence. When we integrate AI in quality management, we can have a quick detection and correction of the defect, and it will provide us a long-term process enhancement. It's not short-term, it's a long-term. So when we implement a smart AI system, this is why a lot of AI solution company working with the factory to build a world-class smart manufacturing AI-driven system. Why? Because with the AI, you can able to do the decision making, and you can improve the data analysis. You can accelerate the whole workflow, make it faster, and reduce the time to market. That's great. When you say about resilience operation, it means that it's adaptable to any changes, right? And also, if any error come in, you're able to handle properly. So it's a whole entire shift by we call continuous evolution of the AI technology. Okay, it won't stop; it will go on going, and this is why future quality solution is all driven by AI. So when we focus on the customer, then we want to have system approach to ensure quality and services, right? That is why meeting the customer need, understand the customer requirement. That's a main thing to building the customer focused solution. We understand that the process, the manufacturing or operation is all process based, right? It's a process orientation. So we need to define all the process we call well-defined process, analyze, and able to optimize to reduce the variability. We want standard. We don't want any outliner. Okay, anything exception. Then improve the outcome is important. End of the day, we need to ensure quality built in the system. So it's not a system after the production you look at the quality. No, the whole quality approach with AI is already built into the system. This very powerful system, right? is avoid the avoid inspecting quality after production. Okay, it's during the production, when you're starting a production, something have some problem, you stop. You don't carry on because you know that this item cannot be used already, right? So when we look at the continuous improvement, we all believe that always have a room to improve. The tools, Six Sigma, Lean, and Total Quality still can apply, even the AI come in, right? Get your staff involved. Is why it's very important that if you're using AI, your worker must train with the AI knowledge and not limited to a single department. And when you understand the good application, you share among everyone, right? You should encourage employee to involve. Employee must be closer to the production is very, very crucial. Okay, that's why company must direct involve in the whole entire environment. When the AI come in, we can still base on the fact-based decision making, right? Yeah, so all the statistic tools, survey is still relevant. Of course, AI will help us to speed up the whole process. So once we are able to implement the AI, then it's the same as previous traditional process standardization. Why standardization is very important? Because it is consistency in process and procedure. And it will ensure everyone follow the same process across the product and services, and it maintain minimum quality threshold. Regulated industry, for example, healthcare, aerospace industry, they use a lot of standardization. And AI can help us to create, reinforce, even maintain the whole entire standard. Right? Yeah. So now with the AI, how can we improve the traditional process? Right? Because we mentioned that traditional quality management is very slow, very troublesome, very, very cumbersome, a lot of steps, a lot of paperwork. With the AI, you are able to build a solution to automate, enhance the quality management aspect. Right? Company can analyze this massive data and detect any anomalies in real time. And you learn from the pattern so that, sometimes pattern is very easy. It's not so fast picked up by the human, right? So what kind of application of AI? For manufacturing, they are using AI, the computer vision to monitor the sensor data for the potential failure, and also, interact with the customer to get the feedback for example, especially those bot, the chatbot, right? Integrate the benefit so that the company, the staff will be rewarded if they're able to use AI wisely. And of course, end of the day, we are bringing the whole entire quality management in the next level. Right? Yeah. So we mentioned about the real-time data collection and analysis, using machine learning for predictive analysis, computer vision for defect detection. Our LM model, the natural language model, process the data interpretation also. Right. The maintenance, because when you maintain the machine shut down, right, or fail, you cause a big problem. So traditional process is they need to schedule a downtime, and sometimes the machine down, they can't do anything, and just need to they have delay in the production. But if we use AI-driven predictive, right, it will analyze the historic data, just how we mentioned, able to predict the machine downtime. Yes, computer vision is one of the AI main applications, right? So we can able to use it to identify the error, and in fact, for defect identification is very, very powerful, right? Yeah, all the world-class factory, they all using this, right? Yeah. Okay. The machine learning we mentioned already. So you need to build a very good machine learning model for your factory to implement the operation production. A good thing about machine learning is unsupervised learning, right? So the ML system, they can learn by themselves. They were able to go through a feedback. I think it's very powerful. They were able to get a feedback and automatically assess the process without human involvement. Wow, that is powerful. You don't hire a quality manager to improve the process. Basically, the machine learning, the system can do that. And you get able to adapt to changes and able to refine the prediction and process. That one will bring the factory into next level in the future. Okay, yeah. So what's LLM, right? So LLM, large language model, is a part of the natural language processing. So how can we make use of it, right? We can do the sentiment analysis. We can look at when we use using the system, right? And then you can able to monitor the response, the sentiment. Then you can identify the trend and the potential quality area. So once you collect all the information, then you can you can extract the common themes and you identify the issue from the large volume of unstructured data. Can be video, sound, right? Yeah, and future they are able to you may able to look at the massive collected information, right? By the sensor, smell, taste, all this stuff, right? So all these things is we call unstructured test. The automated report, then it will give you a very good report summarizing the quality report, and so that we can able to react, make decision, okay, actionable decision. So the benefit of NLP, it will automate analysis of textual data, right? So that's why we are using a lot of ChatGPT, right? The DeepSeek, right? Doing a lot of test-related automation. And of course, it will be able to leverage untapped information also, right? So that is how AI can apply. We mentioned about the IoT. IoT is another area, right? So IoT, in terms of thing for real-time data collection, you can collect the data from production line equipment, and you are able to monitoring all the parameters, for example, temperature, humidity, vibration, and pressure, right? All these things, IoT is the best person to collect. Then you using the AI algorithm processing data, right? Then you monitor the equipment health, optimize the production condition. Of course, end of the day, you want to maintain, all this you can traceability. You can able to look at all the historical data, the production log, right? Then you can make a lot of decisions. How can we using digital twin? Yes, you can do that. So you can able to using digital twin, right? Instead of bring down the whole entire system, or you ask particular staff to stop working, right? You can build a digital twin for simulation. This is very powerful future development. I know some company focusing on building the digital twins for company. So they can simulate different environment and putting the virtual stuff into or virtual factory into the environment to do a customization, to do a testing, right? So good thing about testing change in the virtual environment, because cost is cheaper, then you won't be affecting the whole entire production. Then you can do the continuous monitoring, comparing the real data from production, right? And then with the digital twin to detect the variation. Right. So combining the digital twin for AI is the best way for us to get the feedback. So comparing the cloud, of course, nowadays we don't talk about the story cloud, right? We talk about AI cloud nowadays. So, and with the data analysis, we're able to combine the data, integrate with the system. So then we have multiple sources and produce a very good historical view of the quality. With the real-time analysis machine, then we're able to process things quickly, and we're able to enable growth of the quality management system. So we no longer build the system and just use it for 10 years. The system itself will keep on improving. That is future AI solution for the enterprise, right? So, and also, they can help you to monitor quality process and provide improvement. So if you look at the manufacturing side, right? So they are able to provide the real-time monitoring, predictive maintenance, automated inspection, and the result, it will able to reduce the downtime by 20%. Of course, in the healthcare, pharmaceutical industry is very, very important, right? Yeah, and they are using it to look at all the historical production data, and they're able to come up with the best uh, uh, formulation and packaging process, meet the regulatory safety standard, and also they are able to using computer vision to make sure that the improve the inspection, and of course the AI adaptation is a key feature right now in this industry also. Food industry, we may need to have a lot of sensor built in IoT to monitor the food factory environment, and then you're able to predict, okay, whether before the safety problem or food outage, and then the data, then you will set up an alarm system so that it will quickly alarm if any food is contaminated, right? Then instead of sending to the market, that is big disaster. Then you are able to using the real-time monitoring system to alert you. I think it's all very, very useful for AI-powered food and beverage sector. Improve the safety, reduce wastage, end of the day, the customer in confidence, in the brand is higher. How about electronic industry? Yes, AI can help that. They are able to inspect the item, right? Especially the circuit board or the IC, right? Is the data driven, integrate with the feedback, and that is the key application. All the semiconductor company, factory, they're all using the advanced AI. So what kind of challenge we implement when we are implementing this system, right? We know that the data quality integration, high quality data is essential for AI, right? Unfortunately, when you collect data, some data is fragmented, right? It's not perfect. So in this case, it will lead you to do a problematic or inaccurate prediction. So be aware of your data. And yes, using technology, infrastructure, talent, all is money, right? So yeah, there is another challenge. And also the change management. Your colleague, your staff may not be familiar with all this AI. Then you may have this cultural resistance. When you implement all this with AI, yeah, actually you're exposed to the cyber security problem. And also data privacy, some of the data may be leaked, right? So all these things we need to be very careful, and hopefully we can able to overcome this. So future direction and AI power, and this is the area that we will improve by using the advanced analytic. We did mention about digital twin for simulation. This is what many factories doing now. The edge computing and the real-time decision-making system. In the old time, company built an expert system. Now you don't need, right? AI will be helping you to do that, and and then able to put your customer in the centric. Okay, it's customer focus. So integrate this is all the technology we mentioned during the implementation, and now the manufacturing is moving from reactive to proactive. Right? Now, reactive means that when problem coming, you react. Proactive is you predict before the problem coming, you already take action, right? Yep, the core principle is about real-time data analysis and the predictive maintenance. And show you that many manufacturers have been using, many industry have been using all this technology, right? Yeah. So yep. So and of course, if we talk about paradigm change, right? The whole world, the quality management have changed completely. Future is all AI driven manufacturing. And of course, the AI transformation involved, okay, not only company and of course require the culture. If some of your friends, went to China, then you may heard about this term, in Chinese called 深圳生产力, right? Okay, so candidate is 深圳生产力, new quality productive force. That is a key thing right now, okay, in China. I want to mention a bit about this new quality productivity force. They is the emerge force in business now everywhere, okay, especially in China. So the goal is to drive innovation and operation efficiency, and the focus on deliver superior value, high value. So Every company must follow this, otherwise you cannot compete in the worldwide stages, right? So with this technology advancement, we can impact the whole entire process improvement and also able to enhance the customer satisfaction. Now, when we're facing this dynamic shift with this new quality production force approach, they can adapt into new market and able to improve the overall competition, right? Yeah. So remember, new quality productivity force is not just about incremental improvement, okay? It's not talking about improvement, ongoing improvement. No, it's a process in rethinking and reinventing the whole organization operation. Now, humans have not reached this before. We never think of this method, right? Until today, we have such an advanced technology. It's a big impact towards the business strategy. So if we want to look at this, here is some of the breakdown, how can we break down in the new quality productivity force, right? Yeah, so it's integrate of the advanced technology, culture improvement, using the agile leadership, end of the day is customer-centric. Modern technology and agile leadership is work hand in hand now. So as a leader, as entrepreneurs, you must know how to make use of technology, innovation, to do things differently, right? The AI, IoT, and advanced data analytics, all this is a part of the advanced technology that we mentioned. Make sure that you must have a good culture in your company. Otherwise, it's very difficult for you to move to this direction, right? Just one slide talk about agile leadership, right? So you encourage ownership of the process improvement. Before you implement this strategy, you need to brief all your staff. Everyone must involve. Okay, it's not just key management or it's not a front-end staff. Promote the quality management and being as an agile leadership or agile leader, agile boss, right? So you need to make sure that you have a very good open communication with your staff. Encourage cross-function collaboration and willing to experiment. It's okay, you test first. But don't bring down a company for 1 year and test. No, using AI, using simulation, using certain process, right? But you're willing to experiment. Create innovative environment. Need to have a very supportive environment, unlock the hidden potential. Everyone have a hidden potential. Every company have hidden potential, right? And hopefully you can able to drive the performance improvement. Customer-centric with the new approach become a is define the whole entire process. We need to focus on customer expectation and put them into a centric. Okay, yeah. So here is the four diverse drivers for new quality production productivity force: technology innovation, market dynamic and customer expectation, and also changing the workforce. Okay, so here is the technology, innovation, and market dynamic in 3 areas. One is the inform and discern customer, right? A shift in customer expectation because customer nowadays all very, very high expectation, right? So they meet the demand today, but tomorrow they may change, right? So it's why we must keep on changing, adapt to the demand. Workforce is important. It's why they say make massive training for upgrading your workforce, okay, to this level, right? In fact, there's a lot of training for the boss also. So translate into organizational strategy, we need to make sure that they have synergy between the advanced technology and continuous improvement, right? You don't implement the AI after that just stop. No, it's ongoing. And make sure that you understand the customer value and you mitigate the error also, right? Yeah. So we want to achieve the operational efficiency. There's a synergy between technology and improvement. And of course, data-driven analytics, we can able to optimize the production schedule, make sure that we can allocate resource in the right time, right place. The benefit definitely is why China able to produce such a high quality of goods at a low cost. Of course, other country, Southeast Asia, I believe we can do that as well. There's not a lot of training, a lot of aggressive knowledge. Of course, you can also engage us to help you to implement okay, this AI operation system. Okay, but remember that you must focusing on the customer, focus on the delivery greater value, and faster and align and improve the satisfaction also. Right. So finally, this is an innovation and competitive advantage, right? So new quality productivity force is encourage experimental and continuous learning, right? With the technology, we can able to learn and experiment as much as possible. Many product is being come up by accident. It's not planned. Very interesting, right? So organization agility, ability to pivot quickly, respond to market change. So when market change, suddenly quickly we're able to come up with new solution. Right? Innovation is important also, we know, so that you can come up with new product. Also, you can not only product innovation, you can able to do process innovation, change, create a new process. So end of the day, you are able to move very fast and your competitor cannot follow you. Okay, yeah. So tonight we go to very detailed discussion, okay, about the quality management by using AI, right? Yeah, very good. Okay, so before I go on, right, then tonight, okay, I have many panel expert want to share with us tonight, right? Because this quality management or 生产力 is a big thing now in the market, right? Okay, so I pass to Finis, okay? Finis, okay,
Yeah,
from Hong Kong. Yeah, okay,
thank
Finis.
you, Dr. Patrick. And hello, everyone. No matter whether you are from Southeast Asia or from Hong Kong, I'm really happy that tonight I can share something to all of you. So tonight I would like to share this topic. Let's see. Oh, sorry. I try to share my scheme.
Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah,
I see.
you lost the
Delete
scheme.
disabled. Yeah, okay, now my fault,
Never
my
mind.
fault. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, never mind. Okay, is that everyone able to see my scheme?
Yeah, it's coming up. Coming up.
Coming up. Okay, no problem.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Wow. Interesting.
So today I would like to share that the first AI salon in Hong Kong that I'm going
Wow.
to launch very soon. I'm trying to use it to transform the industry by the power of intelligent machines. This also really fits to the topic tonight about the quality management by the AI technology. So for this salon, which a few functions. For the function one, that is the hairstyle suggestion AI, which means when the customer go into my AI salon, the input is your image and some basic information about you, like the gender, occupation, and then after that, the output of the AI is the hairstyles, which are 5 new hairstyle based on your input and suggest to you, like this example. Not only the hairstyles suggestion, which also with the elaboration why you are fit for this kind of the hairstyle. So that's the first function about my AI salon. And the second one is the scalp detection AI, which is a device to detect your scalp status. And after that, the AI will suggest how to improve your scalp and some procedures that you can do more in the future. So that's the function 2. And for the function 3, which is very interesting, that is an AI hair washing machine that I finished the invention today. For this washing machine, we have 2 main procedures. The first one is the auto shampoo mixing. the AI will detect your hair and the scalp status, and then the AI will make an optimal shampoo specific for you immediately. And then the hair washing will be automatically begin when you just sit in the machine of this hair washing machine. We will give you the optimal mixed shampoo and also with soft massage about 5 to 15 minutes to finish. So that's the three main function about my AI hair salon. And today I would like to share a simple demo about the AI hair washing machine, how to process it, and the demo of it. So let's take a look. Yeah, that's me. Sorry that because this demo is I talk in Cantonese because I do it in Hong Kong, but actually it's very simple. And by viewing this scheme, you can see the AI machine would detect my head structure, scalp status, hair status, and makes the optimal shampoo for me. And then the remaining process is very, very simple. It's just automatically wash my hair. The whole process is just about 9 to 15 minutes. So that's the end of my sharing today. I hope by getting used this kind of AI technology, I do believe that we can reform different industries if we can utilize the AI technology. Thank you, everyone.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Yeah. So Felix is our CEO of Extreme AI. Okay. Yeah. So it's amazing. I think AI Saloon is a really exceptional intelligent solution. Okay. So when I look at the demo, I think it's really truly very good application, right? So in innovate design use the user interface demonstrate a commitment to this fast-moving approach. Okay, even in the saloon, in the service industry. Yeah. So yeah, I think this is an excellent demonstration, right? So that is why we believe that AI actually can apply and can improve every single industry. This is a perfect demo for tonight session. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Okay.
Patrick.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Winston, are you around? Winston?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm here.
Hi.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
here.
My AI cannot detect whether Wong is Winston or Winston is Wong. Okay. Yeah. But I using my human sense, I feel that is you. Okay. Wong is you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Pass it. Okay. So Winston is is from Macau and he's really experienced in this field. Okay. Yeah. So I pass to you, Winston.
Okay, okay. Let me share my screen. Oh, okay. So could you see?
Yep. Very clear.
Okay, okay. Well, for the topic about AI powered quality measurement, Patrick already introduced you many cases and practical concepts about AI powered quality measurement. So let's take a look at the and another side, the real world exec by the supply chain financing. As you would aware that RWA has become more popular, the real world exec refers to the situation that people, investors, and some technology experts have been moving the real asset on the blockchain in order to subdivide it into different kind of asset. Not only for financing but also for better quality management. Imagine that if the supply chain has become more interconnected, it would refers to a better time control and lower production costs. As you could see in this page, the RWA Asia work group is the leading real world exec working group in Asia. So it represent the RWA global group in Asia. And as you can see in the picture on the right hand side, the Asia working group is under the management of my classmate Tom Chu, yeah, who is sitting in the middle. Okay. Oh, next page. Okay. For me, I'm a senior banker, but I'm very interested in the so-called ABCD, the AI, blockchain, cloud computing, and data analytics, as introduced by Patrick earlier in this section. So my vision is to collaborate with industry, government, academic institution, and research center to shorten the gap between both sides and to create innovative and creative solutions for different kind of solutions. So as I mentioned, real world exact. So that's the definition on the left hand side. For example, some people are doing the RWA for real estate. That means if you hold a token about real estate token, you indirectly hold the access by holding such token. So as you could see in the middle, it is a case about the chain link. So it create a cross chain between different kind of RWA chain based on blockchain. So in terms of quality measurement, as you could see, if an iPhone is manufactured in a place like in India, if you could manage the supply chain well, then you would reduce the production time and leading to reduce the cost. So the role of AI in such supply chain is that the assessment between different kind of parties. If the information asymmetry between the counterparties in the chain is smaller, then it would create a platform for them to do the business easily, because they would create a trust between parties. And for financing, they would get the financing from banking more easily if the parties could be weighted in the chain more easily. So for my sharing of supply chain application with AI, you can see in this picture, this is the traditional supply chain financing model. The final buyer and only the final buyer and the final supplier could easily get the finance in the supply chain model, because the traditional banks could identify their relationship. So the supplier is the final one who supply the products to the buyer, and for the buyer, they could assess the credit rating and financial statements. So in this traditional model, only these two parties could get the finance easily. However, with the token and AI applications in this chain, that's the research I have been doing for PolyU and the Real World Exact as a normal member. Yeah, so we revolutionized the chain by introducing the token and AI in this supply chain solution. As you could see in this picture, we use the concept of smart contract. So no matter which tier of suppliers could hold the token. So in principle, the banks or investor is the so-called DTT issuer, so digital token issuer at the left corner. So they assess the final buyer by AI. So it's easily for them to communicate on such blockchain-based platform. So the smart contract is the one which is triggered by the transaction. So it means the second tier of supplier financing is not restricted by the traditional model. They hold the token, so the investor could identify that the creditability of the anchor buyer's token is leveraged on the financial status or business operation status of the anchor buyer. So they leveraging the anchor buyer's creditability throughout the change. So you could imagine if the anchor buyer is Apple, in the traditional model, only the final supplier and the final buyer have a direct relationship of buy and sell. So as a traditional banker, they could just finance them by the invoice financing, the export financing by the final supplier. They just provide the bank or investor invoice, export invoice. Then the bank or investor just discount this invoice to give, let's say, 70%, 80% to the final supplier. And for the anchor buyer, they have a direct relationship. They could verify that is a real transaction by the buyer. So the bank could discount the import invoice by 70% or 80%. So both two parties could get the finance in the current model. But by leveraging the token application and smart contract in this model, the second tier supplier could get the token from day one. So they don't have to wait until the anchor buyer to commit the commitment to pay the supplier tier one, and then supplier tier one pay supplier tier two. It's a COMC model. So with AI and blockchain application, then it revolutionized. As you could see in the figure three, the model works like this. So the funders and investor could discount the token from anytime, anywhere. So the second tier of supplier, they could hold the token from day one. They could liquidate it because in tokenization world, they could liquidate partly of their token. For example, if they hold a token of around $1 million USD, they could only just sell 10% of them just for the short-term liquidity gap. So no need to sell all the token. So it provides the liquidity and the flexibility for all parties in this chain. So for the future plan, as you can see, we will create more solutions by leveraging AI ability by extract AI. And for me, I was the winner of the regulation technology of Regulation Asia 2024 in Singapore, and also in 2023. So how to get involved with that? As I remember, the RWA Asia is the leading RWA association in Asia. So you could keep contact with their WeChat subscription or website, and also could keep informed by us because we are the AI entrepreneur community with the most updated information to be shared. Yeah, that's the my sharing. Yeah. Thank you.
Very interesting. Thank you. Very interesting. Okay. Vincent, you mentioned about the RWA, right? Will asset. So mainly is looking at the tangible asset or physical asset. So my question is that how about services? Can RWA can apply to services, business?
Pardon, could you say again? I
Sorry.
think the reception
Yeah, okay.
is not.
I see. Okay. Yeah. So you mentioned that this RWA is very interesting. It's applied for
Yeah.
asset properties, tangible item, right? So I'm
Yeah.
thinking if the company is doing services like education,
Oh yeah.
right? So can they, can it be, can we apply the RWA?
Well, in principle, RWA could refer to everything. For example, NFT. So education, I think you could combine with a mixed model. So like a certificate of your diploma. So maybe you could create a flexible mode if you flexible education mode like the Flexi Master. You enroll in some courses of elective, then you could continue study with you are really interested, and then they could just use it as a token with discount or other benefit for you to get enrolled to your dream school.
Very interesting. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So any question for Vincent? Okay, Chance, you have any question for him? It's very interesting, right? Does RWA apply in China? I know China right now. I just came back from China, so you're talking about digital asset, right? So now it's mainly is a digital asset tokenization also, right, Chance?
I'm actually personally involved in two big projects on the RWA. One I cannot name its name, but another one is on my own project. It's on renewable energy. So yeah, I'm super interested in one of the prospects that Wong proposed. For renewable energy, if you check out the website of Multicoin Capital, they publish a really interesting essay titled the big energy coordination problem. So my partner, right, in China, they already have the best like a renewable energy, like a household renewable energy solution and standard. They already mass produce the equipment to supply to the country of Ghana, and they are actually rolling out their global supply like a retailer chain with the total supply chain from China. But a way to approach that project, I would say I mean the most powerful enabler for renewable energy. There are so many variables, right? There are so many things, but the number one priority, I would say it is exactly what Mr. Wong just said. Is the finance that we call it the supply chain financing. So yeah, I do agree that's one of the category, and there are also other interests from China on the mobile internet supplier chain, the supplier provider who are seeking such solution to help with the global like a partner, because all these are mid and smaller size mobile carrier. They have problem of financing a small area of subscriber for the cellular network. For example, they only have 100K people, and how do we project their uses, right, for the mobile network? So before they have a cell phone, or before they have a upgrade their 4G to 5G, so how do they roll out a network just like helium.com, right? So if you are in the field, you probably know helium.com. So helium.com is just one of the early pioneers of RWA for the mobile internet. But I guess the most interesting part is about how to leverage China infrastructure businesses like renewable energy, like charging, right? Together with the infrastructure, we call it the digital infrastructure side. I mean, for people in the room, right? I would encourage you to think big instead of think small, because it's really new industry, and it has high potential, not just for Singapore, but also Hong Kong, right? Hong Kong, Singapore, supposedly more China technology, become tokenized, that it will be a big, like like a blue ocean, right? To help China to, or the whole new Asia, industry to upgrade the way we trade with each other, right? Supposedly we can bypass something like Wall Street, right? Because it used to be the case that all the financing for the technology company are depending on the New York stock exchanges, London exchanges, right? The traditional capital markets, right? But what if we have like thousands of different vertical trading exchanges that are supporting different verticals? For example, like renewable energy, like solar panel, right? Home batteries, all these, energy coordination, solutions. So these are highly valuable, prospect for the young people in this room to think about, right? Even for Indonesia, right? For all these booming Asian economies, you have these, regional, energy and data networking needs, right? So if we can build, something, because one big advantages of utilizing such a financial scheme is to enable very distributed, and highly transparent return on investment calculation. Because infrastructure investment typically they are suffering from the cost accounting issues, right? Who invests, who profit, who benefit, right? Who buy? So all these problems can be solved by just implementing one kind of the RWA scheme that will drastically change the game. So yeah, I'm super happy to be part of our I call this meetup, right? Inky Coach Club and all this global meetup, and I'm sure that I feel so obliged to bring on more China side tech builders to me, to know you guys and make friends and make sure that you can make the best of the connection here. Thank you. Back to you, Patrick.
Excellent. Yeah. We're talking about the quality, right? So I think education teaching is one of the area very difficult to control the quality, because we all know that, right? When you in the classroom, we close the door, and the lecturer can say anything, right? So very difficult to that. Then Chance, you mentioned about the ICC Inky coaching club, right? So how do you improve the quality for the AI? So I thought that is very interesting concept you would like to share to everyone.
Yeah, sure. Because AI is we call it the multiplying factor in all the technology-driven, factor of production, as we call it, right? Or from an economic perspective. So the factor, the element of productions, AI is eating into all the possible, productivity tools, right? So QC, QRR, quality assurance, quality control, right? All these are, Professor Picture already highlighted very comprehensive list of these concerns from a traditional enterprise perspective, right? All these different, aspects, all the divisions, all these different functions of, a traditional organization. I think those are valuable classical, information or classical knowledge, right, about QC and control. But for the emerging, AI, and also the AI technology tend to I would love this term. I call it a folding effect. You fold a lot of these. For example, when we talk about traditional, structure of production structure, right? You have these hierarchical, really complex branches. They're just like a tree, right? Very complex. But when AI comes out, we tend to see, all these different functions they collapse in a way that they will be folded together into maybe used to be the case that okay these are 100 jobs belong to 5 departments, but AI will tend to make okay these are 100 jobs will probably will converge into 50 jobs, and also all these jobs role will be merged into one department. So AI has this kind of folding capability to compress and recombine everything, but the principle of quality control remain the same, right? The fundamental principle in some cases is all about the check and balance, how to do the interdepartmental politics, right? And some others is about the technical aspect and also the data transparency part, like DT&T, right? You just mentioned the digital check and trace for the supply chain. So I think yeah, AI definitely will be a driving force to re-engineer all these QC element. And I mean this Wednesday I tried to invite some other AI product maker from China to demo case to do case demo for their product from the perspective of how do we do like agent, right? Because we are talking about AI agent. Recently, we look at really interesting China cases is Manus.im, right? So Manus make it to the news, the top news, but in fact, what it is, right? But yeah, Manus, right? Manus. So Manus itself is not something new, right? It's just like we already have such a product outside China, but why it is so eye-catching. So I think for one, right, the whole category is really new, but again we also have upcoming issues when people try to implement AI agent into different workflow, right? So that will naturally call for the quality control. How do we do quality control for AI agent in terms of safety, in terms of data privacy, right? All these issues we can broadly categorize them into quality control and QA QC for AI agent. I think that will become a also very valuable topic or even job function in the coming years if AI becoming something that we don't talk about. When we talk about something, when we already don't talk about something, that means that everyone is using it, right? When we're still talking about it, it means that it's still new. People need to learn. Yeah. So this is something that's really exciting. Yeah, exciting. Back to you, Patrick.
Okay, yes, okay. I mentioned that. Wow, this really, every day got new one, right? So when we excite with DeepSeek, then suddenly the menace come up. All right. So I think it's amazing. Yeah. So I think together with the all the new tools, the world had moved from shortage of AI tools now is how to apply the relevant technology in your business. Okay, I think that is a completely new approach now, right? Yeah. Anthony, okay, thank you, Chance. Okay, Anthony, I saw your posting. Anthony, want to share with us your view also?
Hello, can you hear
Hello.
me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Very
okay.
good.
Not so much on the quality control, but I think I rather do more sharing. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just a bit of a shop talker, right?
Definitely.
三句不離本行啊，三句不離本行。I
It's okay
would
because
just
me
like
too.
to stick to my translation industry. Okay.
Mm.
I think one thing that Patrick has shared with us earlier is the how to ensure that the system can continuously run in the middle of uh, model updates and also retraining. Okay, so this is actually one very serious or very real problem in our neural network machine translation. So I can recall that there are two tricks that we basically have applied in our translation process. So one important thing is we need to integrate some of our so-called intellectual property into our machine translation process, right? And I think one very precious thing in the whole industry is the so-called translation memory, okay, which is actually a cumulative effort from many translators in the past. We call them the human expert translators, and I think even at this stage, the quality of the translation is still regarded as the best. Okay, we gauge all the translation quality against this type of human expert quality translation. So how are we going to fit all these top-notch quality translation memory during the process of our MT running? I think usually we do it in two ways. One way is to we try to do some online learning for the system, and we do it incrementally. Okay, so we do some model updates, and we do it bit by bit within the process itself. So as a result, we don't have to shut down the system at all. Another way we have tried is to do automated retraining pipelines. Okay, and we always do it during the low activity period. For example, now we have a very big gigabytes of content to be translated. So during the running of the machine, we always identify some lower activity period, and we do the fitting of the translation memory into the system. So, well, in doing that, then the machine translate the neural network machine translation system can gradually improve the quality and without stopping the actual functioning and the running of the system. Yeah, I think that's all I can share with you today.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, very insightful. Thanks. Okay, yeah. So it's why we always mention that the AI application in different aspect, okay, require a lot of domain knowledge also, right? Yeah. So just now, Anthony, okay, because you're in the translation technology industry for many years, right? Yeah. And Vincent, you are in the finance, technology. Also, you yourself also, is the mentor in entrepreneurship. So there's a lot of, industry knowledge here being assisted by AI so that you come up with a completely brand new solution also. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I got a question come up so that maybe I can just send out because tonight I have a lot of sharing. So I think this will be the last question that we post out and we share to everyone, and hopefully we are able to give us some suggestion, right? So as usual, I will send it to the chat so that everyone just kindly look at your chat, right? So I'm going to do it now. Okay. Okay, yeah. So please look at the chat, right? So how can companies strategically harness this force? Okay, the force is this I mentioned about is in Cantonese is the 三家生产力, okay, 生者生产力, okay, in China now is very popular. The new quality productivity force, right? So how actually company can make use of it? Right? Yeah. So, before, maybe I can ask Bruno. Bruno, are you there, Bruno? Okay. Yeah. So maybe Bruno is not free, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, any panel expert can answer this question?
Sure. Yeah. Because this is the NQ productivity is firstly raised by China. I feel
Yes.
I kind of gave it a little bit thought.
Yeah.
So inside the perspective, right? So first of all, you need to understand that this in China is an economy and technology regime that copy USA.
Mm.
Anyone get the idea? Because decades ago, President Deng Xiaoping he visited, the USA. Then the president of USA, they welcomed him and he opened China's door to the outside investment and everything. So the past few decades, right, China copy everything from the US. And also the investor, the top financing sector, the decision maker, including some of the top leadership, political leadership, they use the Silicon Valley and Wall Street, value system wholesale everything from US, everything from Silicon Valley, including the underlying value system, people thought the Chinese investor thought they are good by nature. They are really good fit to China for forever. That was the old model back then, right? But increasingly, the China technology builder and innovator, they increasingly face a lot of problem with the, in terms of technology and trade frictions with the US. And finally, the Chinese realized that if we don't change the fundamental value system, even including we call them the Chinese culture, nature of how and what technology should be developed and why we should develop certain technologies. If we don't use the Chinese civilization kind of value system to think about what to build, right? For example, EV car, renewable energy, renewable sustainable technology. All these systems they have a we call it the foundation for everything, right? Supply chain, whether it's a good for cultural fit, whether it fits into your supply chain, right? So the Chinese, as a Chinese culture, we are for thousands of years we are from the agriculture civilization. We are not like Western civilization. So agriculture civilization has the ability to gradually develop something. We make the best of use of the different materials. We have pretty cheap labor, and we don't strive for the best technology, but we strive for the best return on investment technology, the best fit of quality and price technology, right? Things like that. So the whole thing will become interesting if China, the top technology leader, still follow the Silicon Valley, value system. You can never get out of we call it the top level narrative that imposed by Silicon Valley and Wall Street on China company. So Chinese government, they are very smart in coming up with another term that this is the right way for Chinese to design and advance technology. So they call it the NQ productivity. So I personally even went further to say crypto or blockchain they will become the China's NQ productivity relationship. 生产关系 because when we talk about blockchain and trading, right, we talk about the new money, the blockchain enable programmable money. So it will be the big new quality trading, right? New quality trading is basically, you know, the trading on the new money, right? Without the US dollar. We build we build a new financing system based on crypto and blockchain. So NQ productivity and also NQ trading, these are the two themes for the next decades and to come, right? Because it's all about how do we discover, okay, we are not exactly against everything built by Silicon Valley and the US, but we need to build the right technology that can fit right into the supply chain. For example, EV car, right? All these you know, supply chain can fit into the price performance ratio for the different elements of production for the technologies. So basically, we need a political, you know, slogan, a term, a new term, and this is why China government came up with the NQ productivity. So back to you, Patrick.
Okay, very, very interesting. Now we have a more detailed understanding about how the new quality productivity force came in. Okay, yeah, excellent. Is there any others speaker, participant want to share about today's topic? Quality management. Okay, right. Okay, yeah. So thank you for the incredible speakers sharing tonight and also participate for tonight's forum also, right? Yeah. So thank you for sharing the knowledge. I think this make this event truly enriching, and I appreciate all your time as well. Okay. Yeah. So I hope that all of you have a good week ahead and good night. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Prof. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Thanks.
Good night. Thank you.